Hey guys, Ryan here. We are getting ready for the Hurricane Xfinity series here from Phoenix Raceway, but of course, as always, we would like if you guys would rise and remove your hats before this race as we will be listening to our national anthem. Thank you guys for listening with us for that, and we are going to be loading in here momentarily. We've just gotten our invite, and we are and they're started to load in, so we should be in there momentarily. And we do not need this music. I do not need a copyright strike on this video. There we go. Just gonna let them know I did get my invite, so fingers crossed. Because I did just restart my entire Xbox just before the stream. Hopefully, it'll at least work this time. I say that, and there's never a guarantee that it'll work. But yeah, tonight we've got our custom stage lengths as normal. Saying that we're at a unstable stream. Okay, we're all good. But yeah, so our stage lengths for tonight will be 35 laps, and then the final and then the final 80 to make up the total of 150 laps here from the Phoenix Raceway tonight. So, short race, as the mile-long tracks usually are, because they are only about 100. This one's only going to be about 150 miles. And actually, the first lap is going to be a pace lap, so make that 34 green flag laps for stage 1 at a maximum. And per league rules, if we have a wreck in the first 3 laps, it will not actually count for a yellow flag. So, guys have got to be careful about that one. And here we go. Let's see. We got chat going. And refresh the stream so that I can see if we got everything going. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I think it. Oh, I'm on my alternate account where I'm not verified because it's not an account I actually upload on. Let's hop on over to the studio here as we come through the restart zone, and we are back to, well, I guess we're green flag for the first time here tonight as we go through 1 and 2. Well, past start finish line. I don't know if this is officially 1 and 2 or not. Looks like some people decided that that was not the go. I'm not really sure what's up. Was there a game yellow on the start? No? Okay. Not sure what that was about. Because I thought that was supposed to be our green flag. Apparently not. Welcome everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a great day today. I know I certainly am. So here we go. This time, let's try this one more time. Through the Geico restart zone, and that looks like a restart there. Number 46. How many times do I have to say it? Why do you need a black car number on a primarily black car? I mean, go with some neon yellow or something that stands out. Especially when that white-ish outline is really gray, especially in the shade of that car. But here we go. It looks like 46 of Great White Shark going to lead lap 1 here, as he is just taking off from that pole position, but he hasn't really left them too far behind. This track, especially with that shortcut, which is not as aggressive on the car and the equipment as it is in real life, so you'll see a lot more guys dipping down into that section of the course here, as you'll see coming up this lap. Really makes it like a 3/4 miler, and you really race it a lot like you would race, say, a Richmond Raceway, or fill in the blank with an other 3/4 miler. I mean, kind of similar to Iowa, though not quite as high a speed. And really, if you're good at Richmond, you're going to be good at this track. They really do race pretty similarly, just without the sharp difference in banking versus not. Like, this is the only corner that really reacts very much like turn 3 or turn 4 at Richmond. But I do see a lot of similarities between the tracks in just kind of how the racing styles tend to play out. What types of drivers are very good there versus here. Looks like someone screwed up and left the game stages on, so it looks like stage 1 will actually be 45 laps. So I guess it'll either be 45, 45, and the race, which would put it at, what would that be, 90, and then the final 60 laps would be the final stage, or they'll go the full 200 and have it be 45, 45, and like 110 to the stage finish. Which one of those sounds a lot more appealing to me than the other. Not going to say which one, because don't want to sway their opinion on what they end up doing, because we had enough of an issue last week when we had guys not really sure what the call was at the start of the race. But here we go. Looks like Zach Attack driving that number 8 for Brad K2 or Brad A2 crew there, trying to just earn some of those very few points that you can earn with a sub that isn't logged into your account. That is the two ways to do a sub. Is you can either have a sub log into your Xbox account and race as you, which would get you full points and them full points, or you can have a driver sub for you and they'll get full points and you'll get a quarter points if they're not signed in as you. So here we go. We got Gator looking to the to try and maybe make a pass here on the 7 coming down the front stretch. Well, what was formerly the front stretch. I don't really know how to. That's one I've always struggled with as a commentator is, what do you call this new Phoenix? Because you used to have a pretty clear front stretch where the start-finish line used to be. And you had the back stretch, which was typically this. And now I guess this is technically the front stretch and the other one's the back stretch. Even though the start-finish line is really in what I guess would be turn 4. I don't know, it's a weird track, and especially with this configuration, it's definitely a little on the odd side, but yeah, right now you got a pretty good battle here for that third position between the 10, the 7, and that, I believe that's the 26 coming into the picture here behind. And by coming into the picture, I mean it's right there, I just can't see. Let's see. Yeah, that is the 26 of Big B's. So yeah, you got a pretty good three-way battle here for the third spot. Definitely going to be a fun one here. So right now, it looks like that race leader is just kind of trying to pull away and leave everybody in the background as he is pulling away. I mean, he's got like, it looks like about 3 seconds on the race leader, or, well, about 3 seconds on this group that we've been watching. Meanwhile, I think second place is that 11 car, maybe? Yeah, so that's the gap first to second that you're seeing on your screen now. That is the gap first to second. Yikes. Oh, I forgot. We got, one more thing I forgot to... There we go. Gotta get the series logo up there. But yeah, so it looks like Texas Fireman is getting this one, and currently settling into that third position, or settling into second. He's got a bit of a gap to those guys battling for that third position, which is now the 7 and the 8 battling it out. Looks like the 10 has kind of fallen a little bit off the back end of this battle. Again, as Richmond also is, this track definitely tends to favor long runs versus creating a bunch of short runs. It's definitely one of those where, now something that you don't really see at any other track is this dog leg style apron, which we'll actually ride on board with. Let's ride on board with the 8 for this one. We'll have Zach Tack, one of our Cup Series veterans, who is just subbing in here. We're gonna ride on board with him as hopefully he'll demonstrate this very well. This is one of the only tracks where you can really gain a lot of time by out braving the other driver. Now that was a lag spike there that time, but yeah, you have to just drive it in straight at pretty close to head on at a wall to try and cut that corner as tight as possible. The closer you can get to it, the better, but of course the closer you get to it, the more dangerous. And now that 11 is kind of falling back all the way to these guys. Texas Fireman's falling all the way back to the rest of the pack here. So now that 11, so second's now the spot they're battling for, and the 7 now is something to go for, as he again makes the aggressive pass, or makes the aggressive move to the inside and to attempt the pass. So here we go. We're going to ride on board with 7 here and see if he'll demonstrate this for us. Okay, he played it a lot safer there, though he had a car to his outside, it looked like. And we got some more lag there, causing it to seem like those cars are just kind of ping-ponging into each other. Now, they're probably ping-ponging off each other for real, but no, they don't usually go inside of each other like that. Yeah, usually it's one driver per cockpit. But here we go, as they dive through this turning. Yeah, that is one of those that just, it's weird. No. Now we are going to see something. Oh, we got a car slow there. That looks like the 5 has maybe gotten into some trouble there. That is going to slow up the 7 and allow the 11 to maybe try and keep that spot. The 7 really trying to race him hard here. And the 7 is going to be able to complete that pass. And it looks like the 8 now is to the inside and is going to be attempting to complete the pass on both of them. So here we go. So here we go. 7 is now taking over second place. But man, Great White has just taken off. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. That car is just gone. And there's very little you can really say that would really be able to convince anyone that that car is within range of any of these guys. just kind of looking through the rest of the field to see if there's anything else going on. It looks like the most exciting battles are right here in this second, third, and fourth spot. And now that 10 car coming back into the picture. Let's see. Yeah, the 10 car. I mean, he's not like super in it, but he's not out of it. That's for sure. The 11 makes the pass back on the 8, but the 8 car back to the inside. He's trying to use the double dog leg. Or is he coming to pit road? He's coming to pit road. That is a driver coming to pit road. Is it possible the tires are wearing out this quick? I mean, I feel like the fuel would allow you to go another 5-6 laps on in this stage. And of course, getting close to that lap 25. Or just now getting to lap 26. Coming to the completion of 26. So, definitely an interesting strategy to be coming to pit road there. Again, I guess the question mark is, what lap are they running to? Because I know they said 35, but with the game stage on, I don't know if they're going to throw a stage yellow with 10 laps before they actually have a, before the actual game yellow. Or they're just going to wait and use that as the stage yellow. Let me text Dusty real quick while we got a brief moment in the action. And place just a real quick ad break, guys. Let's see what we got. So we got cars on pit road right now, guys. Just waiting on my answer back here. So yeah, there we go. I just went and asked Dusty about the game yellow was being on. As we got the that was real up close and personal between the 10 and the 11 there as they came out of pit road. I mean, I know they're teammates, but you don't usually want to be in the trunk of your own teammate. And so usually neither teammate really appreciative of that. Because one's going to be very loose and the other one's going to have front end damage. And the other one's going to have rear end damage, which is also going to add to the being loose part. But enough talking about that, and here we go. Let's see who the race leader currently is. Looks like the 7 is cycled around to the race lead. I am tending to think that he is, oh yep, here we go, he's on pit road now. So, question mark is who takes it over? 54 takes it over. I haven't really talked much about the 54 tonight. LSF Scotty. It's a good thing for him that the normal driver of the 8 isn't here, because I know those two were going at it after the second race of the season. And then last week they did not have the gentlest time with each other. Looked like the 7 almost pretty much got lapped there, actually. Yeah, I think everybody there was lapped. And now here comes the 56, and I believe he has already relinquished the lead, possibly to Great White Shark, who was your race leader before the caution. Or did the 8 end up taking the lead under all this? Okay, so it's going to be 45, 45, and the 60 lap final stage. So still running 150 laps, 150 miles, but we will be shortening, we'll be lengthening the stages because they left the stage behind. I think that's a fair compromise after the kind of issues they had last week with people not knowing the end of the race. Welcome everybody. We got 4 people watching as we are hitting 10 to go on the stage here. Next time by. Looks like the 21 is actually your race leader. 21. Who's the 21? That is Smokiest Mite. And now that has been taken over by a custom car. Okay, that's going to make it a lot harder to tell. I believe that is it going back, the lead being relinquished back to Sharp. I think. I have very little to base that off of, but I think that is it going back to Sharp. So 10 laps remaining on the stage. So with those longer stages, yeah, it makes sense that they would pit at lap 20, try and split the stage in half. You know, to some extent, hitting around lap 20, lap 25, especially if your tires were already starting to wear. Now, if you can go a little further, you can really risk trapping them a lap down, and of course, the vice versa effect there is that you end up losing a lot of time to the cars on track. Especially if you end up caught behind a lap car like the 46 appears to be right now. Again, that 5 car actually being a custom number as well could possibly be a lead lap car, but I doubt it because they were lapping him before the pit cycle started. My guess is that he made some kind of strategy that got him back on the lead lap, and now he is back off the lead lap. But yeah, everybody's just trying to do what they can to see what they can muster here. But yeah, that 46 has not put a wheel wrong all night so far. I mean, it's still early, but he is looking like he's going to be hard to beat. Though the 8 and 7 have actually closed that gap quite a bit, you know, through the pit stop cycle. Does not look like it's going to be enough to really catch him. Unless they really start to pick up the pace, or the 46 makes a major mistake here in the next couple of laps or so. Here we go. Oh, here we go. The 46 actually way up the track while the other two run the bottom of the racetrack. Coming to 5 to go. That could very easily end up putting the 7 back in this thing. I need to put myself on offline, so I don't get one of those. Here we go. 4 laps to go this time by. 4 more laps around this track to determine your Stage 1 winner. I think quite a lot like this race in real life. I think this might be one of the more exciting moments in the race. And they're slow. But that's just Phoenix for you. Because now they're right back up to speed. These stock cars, you gotta slow them down so much, and running so low around the racetrack. He's trying to take the line away from that 7, but the 7's got it. Has the courage there in that area that I mentioned earlier. Where, hey, if you can run that area just that slight bit more efficiently. There we go. There we go. So right now these guys are running 1-2. Question mark is going to be who ends up getting the spot. Oh, you got the 7 car going all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. He goes up to try and take this lead away. 7 car to the race lead. This is your battle for the lead. The 46 down back to the bottom though. He's going to try and cross him back over side by side down the, what I'm going to call the backstretch for the remainder of this race. Through the Geico restart zone. Looks like the 46 has the advantage, coming to the line just barely. There as they take the white flag in the stage. Actually, the 7 had the lead coming through the start-finish line. 7 car had the lead there, but looks like the bump and run utilized there to try and get the 7 out of the way. 7 car, though, gonna have one more shot to make something happen here on the 46. He's looking high. He's going low. He's going real low. He's gonna be side by side. He takes the lead. The 7 car takes the lead, and they spin behind him. That was a fun finish. The 7 car takes the lead. Let's see. Did he maintain second despite the spin? Yes, he did. Okay, so Great White Shark still managed to spin across the line second, but I'm sure there may be a few ruffled feathers there. I don't think there's any real hard feelings, but there's certainly some ruffled feathers now on both of those drivers, because, I mean, the ruffled feathers from the bump and run, then Reddick Van retaliating in the very next corner, trying everything he can to get that spot, and ultimately it was just 2 guys going for it, and only one of them gonna make it through the corner. That was fantastic. I mean, so now we got pit stops. I'd expect pretty much the entire field is gonna come here, get 4 tires, fuel adjustments if they feel like they need them, and we're gonna be going back racing for another 43-ish laps, if I had to guess, based on the amount of yellow flag laps that we're going to tick off due to the, or how many laps of the race we're going to tick off under yellow here to start the stage. Great White Shark gets his lead back for the green flag. And, oh, the 7 goes immediately into making contact. And, oh, big stack up behind. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a big wreck there. And 1 car up and over. Who was that? Was that Champ? That looked like it might have been Champ. So I believe they will be... Yeah, that was Champ, the light blue 82 car there. So I believe there's a good chance they're racing it back to the line for the yellow flag. I mean, you've got a car airborne. I feel like you should be a yellow flag there. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. It looks like they aren't racing like it's a yellow flag. I mean, I guess none of them really fell all that far behind. I mean, it stretched the field out pretty much from, like, 7th on back is super, or from 8th on back technically is super spread out. Like, you've got this front pack of like 6 or 7 cars, and then you got like 5 seconds to the next car. But yeah, I'm sure there's now you get into the territory where there may be more than just ruffled feathers, and there's actually maybe some hurt feelings. Who's that black car with a number I can't read? That is Beastie Man. Okay, and that's a dark blue on red. Okay. Or a dark blue on black. I mean, come on. Navy and black, it just isn't a combo. So the 10 car now up front leading laps. Or not the 10, sorry, the 8, my bad. Yeah, the 8 car up front leading laps. Meanwhile, the 10 is watching this battle that we're watching right now between the 7 and the 11 here. Those two dueling it out. And of course, you got to factor in what's going to happen with that 7 car now starting to ruffle a few feathers around the track, in particular with that 46 car, who I'm sure did not take too kindly to how that restart was handled by the 7. I mean, sure, sometimes you're just in the wrong lane. It happens. Looks like, though, we might have... Oh, there we go. 46 coming to pit road. That is heartbreaking for the 46. One of the fastest cars of the race. Now having to make an unscheduled pit stop here on lap 6 of the stage to get that damage repaired. Here we go. 3 car looking to the inside on the 8. Not going to get there. 3 and 8 dueling it out for the lead. Here we go. And you've got the 11 making the pass on the 7 there for 3rd. Or I think maybe that's a pass. Maybe it's keeping them in front. Regardless, they're battling. And these guys, these front four are very even, it seems like, because right now the second on back, second and third, well, second, third, and fourth have kind of now fallen back. But up until then, they were actually gaining on the front pairing before the contact that sent the three back the extra half second or so. But I mean, there is only about 3 seconds between this front pack and the back of the other pack, I think. I mean, this is a short lap, a very fast track. We aren't quite going IndyCar speeds around here. I mean, the IndyCars, they go about 200 miles an hour around here, so we'd be done in an hour. Actually, 1 hour and 50 minutes, roughly. Or some ridiculous time like that. But it'd be done in like 75% of an hour or so. Here we go, 3 looking to the inside on the 8. 8's going to be able to, though, get that momentum on the high side. Holds on to that spot. There we go. Man, these guys at the front, they do like to duel it out in some pretty good battles. I mean, we're only 11 laps into this stage. I say we're definitely going to be getting some better battles throughout the stages here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. But yeah, these guys are battling so hard, but I just question if they're able to even possibly keep this kind of battling up for this long. I mean, if they keep this up, are they going to have any cars left at the end of this thing? I mean, they're just beating and banging and, to be honest, mind gaming each other at this point, because right now they aren't making a whole lot of physical contact, but they are certainly playing a very strong mental game. And especially with this short track racing, it's as much, I would say, a mental game as it is a physical game. It's when do I make the move to the point where they aren't, and how do I make the move to where they aren't going to feel like I disrespected them to the point where they feel they need to retaliate, but I still want to get around them without waiting too long. I mean, it's a real big game, and especially if you're just riding back there and waiting, you can just be applying this pressure, because the 8 right now pretty much is in the worst mental spot of any of them, because they got to really be thinking about, okay, when is he going to decide that, hey, I've ridden behind this guy, I've gotten to his back bumper enough times that, hey, is he going to maybe consider the bump and run? So it looks like maybe the 7's going to be able to get by the 3 here, utilizing that bump and run pretty much the second he gets there. I mean, seems like that 7's one of the more aggressive guys. 20 goes down the inside, trying to avoid being in the way, though, to be honest, there isn't really a way to be out of the way yet this track. High, low, that 20, he's checking up that 8 car, but because he's maintaining that inside line, that's going to take a passing lane option away from the 7. Going to allow maybe the 3 car to try and make the turn. No, the 3 car wrecks behind. That's another car wreck there. Looks like he maintained his spot inside the top 5 for now. I believe that, actually, he maintained, I believe, 3rd or 4th? Yeah, 4th. 3rd? Yeah, so he maintained 3rd. Meanwhile, we got past the lead here between the 8 and the 7. 7, I believe, had that line there. Though, again, these guys... So, from what I can tell, the 7 doesn't wait for it to become a mental game. He goes and makes it a physical game. Which, to be honest, I don't know. I think wearing out the other driver mentally with a, am I going to do it, is actually more effective, because then they're wearing themselves out without necessarily you having to do much of anything other than maybe the occasional mention like, hey, I'm here, in the party, because of course these guys are all in a voice chat together talking about the race. But say that 7 though, he's leaving no doubt about what his game plan is, and it is to take the lead however, whenever possible. You know, regardless of if he has to make a bit of contact or what. So, not really a big mental game. And again, kind of the counterpart to if you play a physical game, that essentially gives that message to the other driver, hey, you can play just as physical back. Here we go. 7 car takes the lead, 8 car looking to the inside. Man, these guys are just dueling it. But to be honest, I mean, and even Zack Attack isn't really playing them in. Let's see. Now that he's been behind him for a full lap, maybe he'll start to settle in and decide to try and apply some of that mental pressure by just sitting behind there and waiting it out, making him think about every little thing that's happening here. I mean, it certainly is possible. But yeah, these guys, they are gonna be wearing each other out mentally. And of course, lap traffic's going to come into play here as well, because again, short track, long run style is going to be a style that produces lap traffic. The slow cars are going to be slow, and the fast cars are going to be fast. To where you'll end up with a lot of lap traffic. Here we go, the 5 car up into the outside wall. Now here we go, down the inside goes the 8. The 8 has now made his move. He's going to try and put that block on the 7. Oh! As he goes up to block the 7 goes down the inside, crosses him over, and will take back the lead through 3 and 4 here as they come back to the restart line, or to the start-finish line, I mean, these guys are wearing each other out, but again, you got to factor in, and it looks like the 8 cars decided that he's hit his number. They're also wearing out those tires, that equipment. I mean, it's going to factor in as well. It's a big mental game. You can't be taking it easy on anybody. But being able to get to pit road that lap sooner, it is a big advantage, because those tires do seem to mean a fair amount when it comes to lap time. And of course, if you blow a tire, that's also bad. I'd be surprised if this 7 could already past where I thought we would be able to go. I think at max you could maybe see him go through more laps here. And I mean, that is max, and of course he hasn't been saving tires, so I wouldn't even expect him to be able to make it this far. So it looks like he's been saving tire while being one of the most aggressive drivers we've seen on track all day. But of course, the thing you really got to be worried about, though, for the 7 is if he comes across that 46 who he roughed up at the end of the stage, and then roughed up at the beginning of the next stage. Very close things. You gotta wonder, is there some hurt feelings? Did they talk it out already? Because I know if that's me, I might say, oh yeah, it's no big deal. But I still think about it. And I'm certainly not going to make it easy on you if you've if you race me like that, I'm not gonna necessarily give you an easier time to pass me. And here we go. Looks like the 7 has now decided that he has hit his number. He is coming to pit road here, and I believe that is exactly what I said. 2 to 3 laps further. So it looks like he pushed his absolute limit. I don't know if it's a NASCAR rule that the pit line or that the pit road has to cross start finish, with one exception being Talladega. So I don't know why they extended the pit road so long. I mean, if you had enough pit stalls already for 99% of the races that happen here, I don't know why you extend that pit road to slow down your in and out laps, unless your goal is to just create, unless there was a problem of guys being able to pit and come back out and still have a lead. Which of course would be a problem, but I don't think it would be a big problem. So here we go, back out on track. Looks like the 8 was able to take the lead back there though, so got to the pit road a little sooner, was able to manage to retake the lead, but not really much of a gap back to second place, but a pretty sizable gap between these front 2 and 4th place. I don't know where 3rd place necessarily is, but it's pretty good to assume that they've got a pretty good gap to 3rd place too, considering you can't even really see 3rd place on the board. I'm pretty sure that 21 is a lap car. Here we go, 8 car goes up the track, 7 car down to his inside. Looks like 7's gonna get back by him. And here we go, 8 car now to the inside. Looking, he does not get there before the 7 decides to shut the door. Definitely a fantastic race so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. We're coming down. We've got about 10 laps to go on the stage here. Whew, man. Definitely has been a fun and interesting race. I mean, there's been no shortage of cars being aggressive with each other physically. I'm still kind of a little disappointed that there hasn't been more of a mental game, because as a guy who, I mean, you guys can kind of tell from, if you haven't seen my buddy Patrick at the Keystone Corner over on YouTube, I help him out with his career mode from time to time as in the crew chief role, which is where I am crushing the mental game, the mental, like, numbers, the mental, just everything is all mental, because I'm not on the track doing any of the driving. Yeah, it looks like, though, the 7 has now gapped the 8. Now, I don't know if the 8 is aware of something we aren't aware of, as in someone that they're coming up the lap not being friendly with the 7, but it looks like Champ gave him a pretty easy time. Don't know if the 8 just made a mistake and got back there. You just gotta do that one thing that gets in their head. I mean, you see it in all the race car movies. I mean, look back to the movie Cars. Chick Hicks trying to get in Lightning McQueen's head. You see it in Talladega Nights. You see it in Cars 3. A lot of it is, if you can get inside the other driver's head, they can really mess with them. Yeah, I'm just questioning where did the 8 car's pace go? I wonder if the 8 car maybe took 2 tires as well to try and gain some of that time, and has just lost the pace because those left sides are not good enough to keep up. and that 7 is just driven off. I mean, here we go, coming down. We've got about 3 laps to go in the stage. It's going to be a not really as much of a shootout. Certainly not as close a finish as we had in stage 1, though. I'm not sure you could manufacture a finish closer than stage 1. I mean, barring like a 1-lap restart to end the stage. Or barring you blowing, say, the 7 car's engine right about now. As he takes 2 to... Actually, 2 to go. He might not even be able... I don't think he'd be able to roll around that far. But it certainly would be interesting if he were to, like, blow his motor coming to the... coming to the line this next time by to take the white flag and blowing a motor. Because he's got a gap to where I think he could coast it. Or just kind of clutch and coast and wait it out, but he's gonna just be gunning for these lap cars, it looks like. So here we go, last lap of stage 2. Looks like the 7's gonna be pretty effortlessly on his way to a stage win here at Phoenix Raceway, his 2nd of the night, as Reddick Fan 8 goes on to sweep the stages here at Phoenix Raceway. 2nd place, a little while longer, the 8. The 8 car of Zack Attack subbing for Brad K2 crew. Then it looks like 3rd place went to, we'll have to wait and see, I believe that was the 3. Let's see. Yeah, it went to the 3, then Texas Fireman in the 11. And the 10 actually had a pretty good battle all the way to the checkers. They didn't actually get side by side, but they did have a pretty good battle to the checkers there. Does Gator need an invite? Why does Gator need an invite? He's in the race. Let's see. Gator. Scroll all the way down to my recently played with on Minecraft, because I know he's in there. I was gonna say, what's going on? I mean, did I get a message? Let's see. No, I didn't get any kind of message between those stages there. As we get ready to go back green flag, I don't know why you asked for an invite to this party. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to wait till the stage break to figure out what that was about. Although we've got looks like the 8 and the 7 picking up pretty much right where they left off before the pit stop sequence happened. Even a little bit after the pit stop sequence happened, you got the 7 up front, you got the 8 in behind. 2 guys dueling it out for the lead. Now, of course, you got way more cars right in the picture here, so you can't really battle as aggressively necessarily, because you got to factor in the fact that you don't want to lose spots to these guys. Like, you know, for example, the 8 is having to play both defense right now against the 3 and offense to try and catch and pass the 7. Now, of course, offense doesn't mean just going up there and knocking them out the way, though that would be very entertaining. And I'm sure during the chat would be even more entertaining if that does happen. But, yeah. And actually, that is something we do have access to. We do have driver audio that we can kind of cut in if we do see a spin. That's something that looks intentional. Though, I think it would be a lot of not nice words being exchanged. It looks like the 8 just doesn't have the pace after that most recent pit stop. I mean, he's lost now 2 spots. Either that or he's pacing himself. Which he wasn't really doing much of that prior to the pit stop. He wasn't really pacing himself at all prior to the pit stop, so I don't know if something's changed. Talking about. I thought you were telling me that Gator told me to invite him to the party. So I went and sent Gator an invite. What? It wasn't that I ignored you. I read that as you telling me that Gator said to invite him to the party.
No. Oh, bro.
Okay.
I am so much pain.
I just misread it the first time.
You're... Bro, let's just say... softball tonight? Holy. Let's just say that.
What?
Tonight, one more players got ejected middle of the game.
Who?
Well... one of our outfielders, because the umpire made a bad call and he started cursing out the umpire and he might be suspended for the season. We don't know.
Sounds like one of the one of the coaches in the championship game at a little league baseball game I was attending a few years ago.
And the funny thing is, this was the first game of the season, and I played the last 2 innings because he got suspended and shit.
Yeah.
I ripped one to tie the game, and then to win it, dude. I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but their outfielder for the opposing team threw the ball right at my chest when I was running to second. I was like, Jesus. And guess what I did? I did an army crawl just to make sure I'm safe.
But yeah, one of my favorite umpire throwing someone out of the game stories was I was actually sitting in the stands because my team was eliminated in the first round of our playoffs. It was only a 2-round playoff because we had like 5 or 6 teams total in the league. But I was sitting there watching the championship games. I had quite a few friends in there. And one of the coaches, after one of the calls that went against their team for a ball or a strike, came out of the dugout and was...
It wasn't even about that, Ryan, because legit the opposing team, he didn't catch the ball. The ball legitimately hit the ground. The dudes covered it up with his other hand to make it look like it was an out.
Yeah.
And then all he made him broke loose.
But yeah, I forgot you haven't gotten an invite to the race. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a situation where the guy had already been thrown out of the game for arguing with the ref once, came out of the stands to start cussing at the umpire and saying, "How can you be a beeping driving instructor if you're beeping blind?"
I could you not. Our umpire legitimately lied. He sat there so that he called the managers. It's like, dude, there's still a way that you sit there and call the managers while you're trying to talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, he'd already been thrown out of the game, and he came back in just to say that before being removed for the season, which was literally the last game of the season was the one that they were doing. Oh, and we got the 54 round, and just about avoided by another yellow car.
How's my sub doing?
I believe that was the front end of maybe the
8. Probably.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was the 8 because it looked like the 8 was further ahead than that.
Well, I've enjoyed it, so just a few guesses.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the 1 car.
How's Zach doing?
Zach, he got second in that in stage 2. I didn't see where he was in stage 1 in particular. I think he was 3rd. But the real story was right in front of him.
100%.
No, it's they're doing the 75%. It's
75%.
yeah, we're racing to lap 150.
Forgot. It's been a long day for me.
Yeah, so we got about 40 laps. We got about 40 laps to go.
Especially when you get smacked by the ball, approximately 80 or so miles per hour.
Yeah.
Right in your chest.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Zach during that final looks like he's fallen off a bit from that first stage, and to be honest, that 7 car is just taking off this stage. I mean, oh, and it looks like Great White Shark has parked it for the night. I don't know if he's that upset at the 7 or if that just happens to be a disconnection. But I don't know how much of the stream you caught before asking for the invite. But yeah, the 7 and the 42, or not 42, sorry, 46, I wouldn't anticipate them being on the best of terms. But then the battle for second right now is,
I'm just giving advice for the 7 car. You do not want to be in bad terms with Shark.
Yeah, because so the way it worked was Shark bumped him up the track to try and get the spot back. Shark had dominated the first stage. 7 passed him fairly cleanly. And oh, we got Gators around into the outside wall. That's going to be 1 car around. But yeah, and then you had the, so you had the 7 getting knocked out the way for the stage win in the second to last corner. Then in the last corner, the 7 goes back to the inside, makes a little bit of contact with Shark. Shark ends up going up the track, clipping the wall, and spinning around. He still managed to get second in the stage. But then on the restart, coming to the green flag in stage 2, I'm not sure what the 7's game plan was. It looked like he was trying to side draft or something, and came down right into the door of Shark and spun him out. And we haven't had and the only yellow we've had since then was the yellow for the end of stage 2. Literally 45 laps later.
Gone.
Which, I mean, I don't know how easy it is to get Shark upset, but that certainly would have gotten me a bit upset.
It's pretty easy to get him upset.
Yeah.
But,
well, with a gamer tag like Shark, it sounds like it would be pretty easy to get him riled up. Like, the first thing wouldn't have gotten... I would have said, it happened. I might...
Oh, Viper's around. Right from the leader. Oh my god.
That would have been... fun.
Oh my god. Imagine
what number is Viper?
Got a piece. Who?
What number is Viper?
Who's Viper?
Didn't you say Viper was around in the lead?
No. No, I didn't say anything about Viper.
Oh, well, who did you say was around in front of the leader?
Matt. I said the 5.
Oh, the 5, okay. I thought you said Viper was around in front of the leader.
Let's just say the race leader barely... And looks like he got a caution.
I'm gonna say, I will let you know if if that is true.
Yep.
Yep, they have
it's
yellow. But yeah, that 8 car was the second place car though, and it looked like they were a good 5 to 7 seconds back when that yellow got called. It is pretty timely because it seems like a lot of guys.
Hold on.
Oh,
I have something
54's around again.
Zach, if you're watching this, you better chase that 7.
Oh, I mean, those two, they put on a fantastic show all the way until the pit stop in stage 2.
Oh,
just after that pit stop in stage 2, it seemed like Zach fell behind on the adjustments.
The 7 car almost faked us, thinking he wasn't going to pit until the last second.
Yep. But kind of standard for one of these short track races. You're going to have everybody coming to pit road. I anticipate pretty much everybody getting 4 tires here.
Tempest will flare, especially on short track like this.
Yeah, and I actually have been comparing this track very much to something like a Richmond Raceway, where, again, we've seen tempers flare there. I mean, look no further than Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, back in, 2016?
Mm-hmm.
Where those two were literally trying to kill each other, pretty much.
Don't forget Boyer.
Huh? Was Boyer in there too?
I said don't forget Boyer it.
Yeah.
Remember when Boyer Boyered it, trying to get his teammate in, and they put Gordon in?
Yeah, that was a few years earlier. That was back in 20.
It's a 7 where it's the race off pit road, the 8 car second.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much everybody kept their positions from on pit road to off pit road. Looks like Dusty's getting the free pass.
Dusty gets the lucky dog.
Yep. Hey Brandon, how's it going? Or hey Brendan, how's it going? Sorry. I initially read it as Brandon, but it's Brendan. Don't know if that's one of the lead guys or if that's just someone that's tuning in.
I'm shocked.
What?
So, not to be moved about Reed or anything, but the 26 hasn't really shown speed yet.
He was not too far off early on in the race. Just seems like he's gotten behind as the adjustments have happened. I mean, you've only been in here since the adjustments have been severely have happened a lot. I mean, he was right up there though with the mall in that first stage before the first pit stop happened.
Oh my god, I love his driving. Holy cow!
Yeah, this track produces some fun restarts. But yeah, now the one thing here that's different than every... Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it is one of the lead guys, Bradius 9. Yeah, one of the things that makes this track different from every other track is, and I've mentioned it already a couple of times this stream, is this dogleg section where you are essentially driving pretty much straight at the wall and just having to play essentially chicken with how close you want to get to that wall to try and cut the corner as short as possible.
I kind of like... Sorry, but I kind of like what Seven's doing. He's entering high and arcing down low. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, because you can carry a lot of speed through the corner that way. The problem is if you enter high and somebody gets to your inside before you can go low, and you either spin them or spin yourself off of them.
Texas Fireman, is he in the 11?
Yeah, he is the 11.
Yes. He's actually closing the gap. He's closing the gap.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty good battles all day today.
The 8 car has really fallen off, though. The 8 into 26, into the race 1, 2 in points. Sadly, though, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, because you only get a quarter points for him not being in your account.
Oh! Somebody hit with a 7.
Yeah, 7 just scraped the wall there. That's going to create a side-by-side battle here coming down. Is this the back stretch or the front stretch?
Touched again. Oh, the front stretch.
Because I've started calling that the back stretch, but I don't really know because and we got champs around, 2 cars around. That's going to be a yellow flag, I believe. As we've got 3 cars now around. Yeah, we had like 2 or 3 cars all wrecking in the back. I believe that should end up being a yellow flag, which I think is going to make this battle for the lead even more aggressive to see who gets it. Oh, here we go, the crossover. That is pretty much the same move that they made at the end of the stage, just with the 11 being the 46 and the 46 hitting the wall.
The 7 has some competition with that 11 door. Oh,
looks like they aren't throwing the yellow for that wreck in the back. I guess if we have one more spin, I guess they might throw it. But that was 3 cars involved for sure. At least 3. That I saw that were significantly involved and spun. Now, I don't know if they all reported
it. Knows. Now, here's the thing. How much tires did both these 2 waste?
I say you've got 25 laps to go.
In the 7.
So from here, I believe you can pit and make it all the way on fuel and tire, 9 times out of 10.
These 2, I mean, Texas Fireman is trying everything to find grip.
Yeah, that 7 car. I mean, it was pretty much, like, he's been one of the fastest guys all day, but he's always had somebody else right there.
My only concern is when he arcs at high he's wasting more tires than anybody when he does that.
Well, he's wasting more tires, but he's also leaving the door open. I mean,
And
you leave the
that
door
lemon
open,
torrent,
somebody's
again,
going to come in.
Tactics Fireman is pretty much still in the tracks.
Yeah, now,
One mistake by the 7 and
yeah,
11
now that you've
there.
got that bit of a gap, you can certainly make that kind of move a lot more comfortably.
But the battle for third is heating up with three different cars.
Yeah. We got that 8, we got the, what is that, the 40, not 46, that's the 26, and the 3?
Let me look. Oh my Jesus.
What?
Something's blowing my controller.
Oh, I thought you saw wreck.
Well, let's just say that I have a big bruise on my knee because when the ball hit me.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the funny thing. I tripped over the field because it was slippery, dude.
Yeah.
And when I did that, that's when the ball hit my chest. And then I started crawling like an army soldier, pretty much safe at second.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? I don't care if I'm in pain. I'm just gonna go to second, just to make sure I'm safe.
Yeah. So we're coming around to get 20 to go here, as it looks like the 11 may have made a little bit of contact with that inside wall coming through the Geico restart area. You know where that wall extends out.
Remember, last week at Fontana, Ryan, 26 dominated the way the 7 is, but he did not go in victory lane. Can the 7 car win?
Well, there was a lot more contributing to that result, though. I think partially due to the fact that there was a late race yellow. No one really knew what lap the race was supposed to be over at.
Oh, the 7 car ran higher, even more. Oh my. When do you pit? Oh my god.
What?
See, that scares me when I run the apron with that close to the pits. Because eventually the game's just gonna suck you in.
Yeah, and that's why if you've run that line a lot, you know how to keep yourself out of that. But if that's something you do as an irregular, if it's something you do irregularly, where you aren't practiced and trained to know right where to roll, you can very easily get stuck.
As the 26 of Brett over third place, and he's actually pulling away from Zach.
Well, he's pulling away a little bit. Yeah, that 8 car just after that round of pit stops in stage 2, it just seemed to have missed on something. And
just to let you know, Ryan.
Yep.
I will be returning. Well, I'll be back in my 8 car this Saturday night at Atlanta.
Okay. So what was the reason why you're not going to be in your Monday league this next race?
What are you talking about?
Didn't you say you weren't going to be in the car on Monday night?
I didn't say anything about that.
Oh, I thought you said that. And then you were talking about your your baseball thing again, where you got hit.
No, I didn't say anything about Monday.
Oh,
Why
okay.
do you want me to talk about Monday?
Hmm?
Why do you want me to talk about the Monday league?
Oh no, I thought you mentioned something about how you weren't how you were gonna miss
need your
Monday.
help though. I do need your help after though. About that,
Okay.
because there's like 10,000 Mountain Dew leagues,
Yep.
and yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow either. Texan Motor Speedway for the Thomas Cup Series. Trying to think if I have another I don't have another Thursday night league
And-
before that, so that'll be
Talk about the clinic. The 7 car.
Oh, you got someone
I mean-
slow on the inside line. That looks like Dusty.
The 7 car's slapping down cars right now as we speak. He's have to let the 21 smoke his
Well,
might.
I'm just questioning, what is Dusty on pit road for you? Oh yeah, there he is. He for me he was rolling down the outside of pit road,
Yep.
very slowly,
he's
but
gonna-
then it just teleported him on the pit road for me.
I mean, I'm trying to be rude or anything, but this 7-car, we never raced against him in Phoenix, so I don't know if we're seeing him or not. But I'm just saying, he's pretty. He just got bumped by the 5.
I don't know if there was much of a bump there, because the 7 was the one making the chop, if anything. Yeah, if there was contact, it was the 7 chopping down on the 5, not the other way around.
All I'm saying is, if 7 cars closing in on me in a punch, what you roll, because I'm only 4 points. Let's just say that I'm not racing the 7 car cleanly. I'll race him clean, but I'll race him hard.
I'm gonna say, if you're already calling it, you're not gonna race
Holy
him clean, that's
crap.
definitely.
Bro, he is flying on old tire. Like, jeez.
Yeah, he is. Well,
we
remember
gotta-
that
we
54
gotta
had
come
significant
around-
damage
oh,
from
shit.
that wreck earlier.
Jeez. Can you invite me back? I accidentally left.
Yeah, but the 54 was in that wreck earlier, so that might be why he is flying so much faster than some of these cars. Is cars like that 54 and like Champ.
Someone did spin behind the leaders,
No.
just to let you know.
Yeah, so you do have that though as something that's gonna come into play. Also, we've got less than 10 laps to go, so there's a chance. I feel like you might see some of these guys trying to save tires to see if they can get to the end. And oh, never mind. Spoke too soon.
Caution.
Yep.
Huh.
Spoke too soon.
Everything.
Never mind. Throw the saving tires out the window. You're coming. You're getting 4, and I ain't letting you leave. We're putting the parking boot on you until we get 4 tires on there.
Well,
No, actually, correction. The leader stays out, and everybody comes behind him outside of the 21, who I believe is looking to get up free. Yeah, to get a
I don't
around.
like that. I don't like that call by the race leader.
I don't like it either. As I said, you're coming in. We're putting the parking boot on. You're getting 4 tires, whether you like it or not.
I don't care. I don't care if you say tires those last couple laps. You're about to get eaten up by fresh tires.
Well, and especially, I mean, you were pointing out before you left the race that he wasn't saving tires. He was going for it.
Exactly. He was pushing it. I mean, he was lapping cars left and right.
Now,
he
granted,
was
those may not have
gapping
been the
second
fastest
place.
cars in the race. I mean, sure, they're going a lap down.
But still.
But he was making...
he was wasting.
He was sliding underneath them, sliding side to side so much, which that's the other thing that scrubs your tires so much is...
And we can tell you right now.
And with no buffer between fresh tires and old tires...
You're not going to have a 2 to go, 3 to go restart. You're going
And
to
here
probably
comes
have
the 7. The
a
7 has
5,
decided
6.
that he's... Oh, no, never mind. I thought he was coming. Oh, and we got somebody in the wall. Was that the 3? Yeah, that was the 3, so it looks like they are going to have to chop off a couple more laps to get the 3 back in here.
Now it might be 4 to 5 lap shootout. I mean, if it was maybe 2 to 3, I would say maybe, but you get more than 2 to 3 laps here. And you're asking way too much in your tires, especially your right sides.
Yeah, we're currently working lap 143 of 150.
As look who's in third. That Titan car of Gator.
Yeah, and I mean, you got a question. How...
And then the 1 car.
Because all these drivers have seen how the 7 is racing. So, they're going to race him the way he's been racing.
Very aggressive lately, what I've noticed.
Lately? He's been doing that from lap 1. I mean...
Well, from me, because I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Until a couple laps ago. Especially the way he's been racing. He's racing dirty and chopping people's noses off. I guarantee you, people might do it to him.
Oh, yeah, I mean, when
like
Shark...
you said,
next week when Shark is
like
the big
you
one
said.
I'm worried about. So, yeah, I believe we're going to be getting a
Atlanta
6-lap to go restart,
and-
looks like.
And especially, you do not want to do it at Atlanta, because Atlanta is kind of like one of those mountain half tracks that has temper firing too.
Yeah. At least it isn't. At least you are getting your tempers riled up at a short track, but not just in time to go to another short track.
I just don't like this decision of staying out. You have only car on 1 tires.
And it looks like Gator's actually 4th because the 3 car is actually taking over that inside second row spot.
No, this is going to be an interesting restart.
Oh yeah, it's going to be interesting, alright, as they come through the Geico restart zone. And it looks like the 7 decided not to go. I don't know if he didn't know if they were going or not.
He spun his tires. He either spun his tires or missed a shift. Remember, back in another league, Monday, my league, I was trying to shift and the car wouldn't shift until 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
Could that possibly happen to the race later?
If it did, that is a big bobble, and now he's got fresh tires all around him. Now the question is now...
That's the tank car of Gator!
Yeah, that is Gator.
And he's gone. He's gone so far, but the 54 second place.
And I say, we haven't really seen what the 54 can do at speed because he had a lot of damage when he was getting lapped from lap down to 2nd place.
He's back now. He's there. Don't forget the one. A Waffle House.
There are so many cars within shot of this win as we come to 4 to go. I mean, we've still got 4 laps to go of action here.
This is huge.
And again, remember, those yellow flags, they can come all the way through, except for until we get to the lap 150.
I know the 54 is racing for points, but this is way much bigger for Gator, because him and I half and half last week. And if he wins, he's going to close the playoff points gap.
Yep.
3 to go.
Yep, 3 laps to go.
No more cautions.
No, they can still run cautions because they have the extra laps for overtime.
Interesting. But the way there is right now, that's the 8. Dude, that 8 car is falling like a rock.
Now, question. Because we've talked about how aggressive the 7 car is. Does he get more aggressive hoping for a yellow here on this 2 to go lap?
2 to go.
Because he's only got this lap. This is the last lap. A yellow could come out to extend the race into overtime. Otherwise, the race will be official.
There we go.
Here we go, coming down the back straightaway for the second to last time.
You do not want to mess up if you're a Gator right now. You do not want to mess up.
Oh, but he goes so high in the corner. That's going to give up
a
lot of time, but he does get the run off the corner. I just question running that high in the corner.
Now.
Is that maybe opening the door too much? No, it looks like he's going to be able to get that run through the corner outright. Barring contact with the wall in this final corner, I think the 10 car may be going to victory lane here.
Before trying to dive it in to see if it can gain.
No, it looks like the 11 there, I believe, of Texas Fireman helps it out, and the 10 car will go to victory lane here.
And
Texas Fireman takes second.
That's what just happened. Back-to-back wins, pretty much.
Yeah.
And also, Ryan, back-to-back
team
wins for my team. We pretty much swept Fontana, won here.
I was going to say, back-to-back-to-back wins if you count the double win from you and the 11.
As Zach is congratulating his brother, his older brother, on the win.
Yep. So, you want to help me with getting the top 3 in here for post-race interviews?
Yep.
So that would be Gator, Fireman, and I'm getting Fireman and then LSF.
I'll get Hunter.
Yep.
And, well, I already invited both of them before you invited them, so.
There we go.
Jesus, how many friends list? Jesus, way too many friends, I swear.
I don't have that problem. I don't have too many friends.
You know what, Ryan?
What's up?
Just getting the top 3 in here for post-race interviews. So, I think we're still waiting on 2.
Oh.
We're waiting on 10 or 11 to get in here.
Oh, God. Fireman, 11, dude. He just barely got me for second.
Fireman.
Yeah, that was a fun race,
Pretty
though,
upset.
if I'm honest.
Man, drama, the whole.
Was the 7 car very upset over not getting that win? Just curious, because I wasn't listening.
He was very upset. He thought that everybody jumped when he just didn't go.
Well, everybody else went when the second place guy went inside the restart zone, but they were all going before the end of the restart zone. So I'll question that one. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I did question about him not taking tires. That was a stupid call.
All right, Andrew, you want to start off with the race winner?
Yeah, might as well because I took one hard hit from my team. All right, Hunter.
Yeah,
this is you up in the booth. Got a cop? Okay, good. So, from what I witnessed there, this last couple of laps, and you was Rhyme up in the booth. Decent car, mid-pack, all that, and then caution flies, and then nincompoop in the 7 didn't take tires. And we don't know if he missed his shift or it was probably because he's on tires with full tires. I think he should go back to back, and especially getting a win here at Phoenix.
Yeah, to me, it was him misjudging when to go because you saw what happened on that restart. Everybody else on the outside went, and I just did what I could do to win and did the best I could to stay in front. I kind of wish that your sub of the 8 car was up there with me until we battled out, but he was there at the wrong time.
I'll talk to him privately. I'm not too happy.
Yeah.
Ryan?
Yeah, so with your performance here, and of course the win at the awarded win at Auto Club, you think you're gonna be able to carry this into going for 3 in a row next week? Technically,
possibly. Auto Club, Atlanta is one of my best tracks that I've raced at, and hopefully I won't have this luck like I did earlier. All of a sudden it just like dies. I have damage. So yeah.
I'll see you at Atlanta, bitch.
Yep.
Okay, and with that colorful interview, I think we got second place Texas Fireman in here. You got a copy?
Can we play the Fireman song first?
What?
Loud and clear.
Wait.
Fireman. Fireman. Got you loud and clear.
Okay, well,
alright, man. Ryan, take it away.
I was gonna say, close battle to the finish there for second place. You managed to get the second place though away from the 54 there. Thought process there on the final few laps.
Honestly, I think if we had a few more laps, we could have came up there and battled with our teammate right there towards the end. But all in all, we had a fast.
What are you talking about, teammates? There's no real life teams in this league.
Well, I consider Gator a teammate.
Oh my god. I'm confused.
Like I said, if we had a good fast car, I mean, I wouldn't take the car back for anything. It was fast.
Okay, Andrew, you want to follow it up with another question?
Kenny, I would like to say that when I was watching, you were up there with the 7 car, battling with them, and all of a sudden, either your car faded entering the long runs or what. It looked like you had a shot at possibly taking the lead and pulling away, and then you tried, couldn't do it. Well, luckily you came out with the top 3 finisher today, so we're runner-up.
We did. With the 7 was a little bit forcing me down a little bit when I was trying to pass them, but all
right, you were right.
Right about what?
Expected from them.
Being upset?
No, racing people dirty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then do you, Texas, one last question before we move on to the third place. You think you'll be able to carry this momentum into Atlanta Motor Speedway next week?
Atlanta's very predictable. I honestly think we got the decent shot at winning at Atlanta, but Atlanta is anybody's track to win it.
That's what you wish. Okay, now what's that?
Okay, and then I think that leaves us with the third place finisher of LSF. And Andrew, you want to start this one off? Since I know you two are such good friends after that Las Vegas race.
Well, I do got to say one thing. Scotty, after all that crappy stuff that happened, you were pretty much about to go left down. The caution flew. Then you battled all the way from the back to get a top 3 finish. Inches off from second place. Is there anything that you wish you could have done to get to the 10 car? For perhaps getting away?
If I would have had like a half a second like better jump than I had, I think I would have caught them, or him anyway. And then, Texas Fireman just had to catch me on that last lap barely on the last corner, but it's okay.
Well, Texas was talking about how the 7 was racing him dirty and all that. Is there anything you want to say about how the 7 was racing against you, or perhaps from what people said? Because I do know there was a few drivers that were upset tonight with him, and I just want to know if you were one of those people.
I honestly did not see him the entire race until that last caution when he passed me just as the caution came out. That was the only time I raced with him, and when I was next to him, he seemed fine. But I know he didn't take tires in the last restart, and I screwed everything up with it. Didn't go in the right spot, or didn't go in the box when he was supposed to, something like that. And I just got a good jump on the outside and made it to 3rd.
Well, even though what happened at Vegas is behind us, well, behind me, can't wait to see you at another mile and a half track. Hope you're ready for Atlanta.
I definitely am.
Okay, so I think that'll do it for the interviews for tonight. So thank you guys for joining on in. Congratulations to Gator. Unless you have one more question there, Andrew.
I mean, nothing other than my chest hurts from tonight, but we're not going to discuss about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you guys all for watching this broadcast from the SCRL Hurricane Xfinity Series here at Phoenix Raceway for the 3rd race of their season, or 4th race. Sorry, I get confused sometimes. 4th race of the season. We'll be back next Saturday night with the SCRL. Of course, I will be live tomorrow night racing and taking part in the 2nd race of the Thomas Cup Series season at Texas Motor Speedway. But outside of that, that's pretty much everything here from us here at Phoenix Raceway. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video, live stream, or whatever you guys decide to do the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody.